Good afternoon, the Philippines and the rest of the world. Welcome to the International 2018 qualifiers for the Southeast Asian region. Right now, we have TNC Predator versus Fnatic on a best-of-3 series, and this is game 1. So here we have TNC Predator with Cuckoo, Tims, Armel, Raven, Sam H, predominantly Filipino team, and Fnatic with Eternal Envy, Abed, DJ, Pilida Universe, a combination of Filipino and other nationalities, but still having that Pinoy pride. So we welcome all those who are in their homes and the rest of the community as we here in Ncgc broadcasts this live. Again, this is your caster, Sensei, signing in. Here we have TNC Predator with Doom and Jakiro for their first two picks.
Universe defending,
as well as Fnatic,
and we're seeing a 5-man defense here.
And right now, TNC Predator with a fifth man ban, and we are waiting for their choice here. Okay, so we are waiting for the fifth ban for TNC Predator. As for Team Fnatic, they have just banned Skywrath, Naga Siren, Beastmaster, Bristleback, and Phantom Lancer. Fnatic quick to ban the Phantom Lancer. They have seen good use of it, and they have used it actually. They have seen it being used against them a while ago with TNC Tigers, but yeah, they were able to push them back. So we're just waiting for their fifth man pick for their ban.
TNC.
So they have chosen Bloodseeker, and they are now on their third man pick, and we'll wait shortly who they will be checking. So right now with Enigma as the choice for Fnatic, TNC Predator, if I would be analyzing it, they would be best with denying the casting capability of Enigma, most probably with a Silencer or maybe a Winter Wyvern. That could be a good choice to counter that pick, and we're just waiting for whatever they were choosing. But then they opted to have a another character for now, maybe not really for Enigma, as now in the character of Ember Spirit. So we have here Wind Ranger and Enigma for that initial setup, and of course Enigma just dealing that black hole later on during the middle of a clash, but not without Doom here. Just probably be the very reason why they chose him is for Enigma just not being able to cast as soon as he casts that ultimate. So here we have Ember Spirit for their third pick for Team TNC Predator, and it will be Fnatic's turn right now to choose the third hero. As for Ember Spirit, a good combination for that would be any of practically Crystal Maiden or a Dragon Knight, just to give that damage dealing as soon as the enemy has been caught. Damage dealing should be the primary concern, and I think that will be the playstyle of TNC Predator. Just catch one, deal as much damage, just lessen the defensive potential of the enemy, and just deal much damage later on, just to have that good push and advantage during clash. So again, a huge shout out for those who are watching right now. We are welcoming you here for the International 2018 Southeast Asian Qualifiers, the best of 3 match between TNC Predator and Fnatic. And now we have Witch Doctor for the third man of Fnatic. So again, we're seeing a lot of intelligence heroes being chosen by Fnatic right now. And it's an intelligence-intensive team that we have here. And before we continue with the fourth pick, a huge shout out to Beverly Salinas. And yeah, we hope that you're enjoying this game. We hope that you enjoy. And
10 seconds.
This will be a good fight between two great teams in Southeast Asia, TNC Predators and Fnatic. So we have the fourth man here as Bounty Hunter, and we are waiting for the fourth choice of Fnatic.
Turn to
Monkey King.
And there we have it, a Monkey King, and we'll see much more of the clash here with an AoE clashes here. Witch Doctor providing cover as well as nuke support for damage, as well as Wind Ranger. Hopefully they don't get caught, and we'll see how it goes. So we have 3 Ints and 1 Agi hero for Fnatic. As for Predator, yeah, we have Int, Agi, a good mix of strength, Agi, and Int. So again, this is the first game of best of 3 between TNC Predator and Fnatic, and this is the semifinals for Southeast Asia for this International 2018 competition. A while ago, what we saw here was that Team Fnatic was quick with their pushes against the enemies. They were able to make good use of that tactic, blitz tactic, but then a while ago with TNC Tigers, they were able to hold off thanks to the valiant efforts of Kunkka as well as Phantom Lancer, but they were proven to be much of a challenge with the Fnatic's onslaught, and it stayed until the 50 minute mark. Right now we are hoping to have a good game. Practically it was one-sided a while ago, but then right now with these two teams, practically best of the best right now, and we're hoping that they would have a good offensive and defensive lineup for each other, so it won't be a one-sided match. So let's just wait for that.
Turn to pick.
So right now we are on the 5th pick of Fnatic, and we'll see who will be the 5th choice for this team. Again, it's semi-Filipino to Filipino pride gaming right now, so huge yippee yay for all those Filipinos here who support our own players here. Of course, Fnatic also considered as a Filipino team anyway, just because of, yeah, thanks to DJ and Abbott there. And for the 5th pick, we have Death Prophet, and let's see, it's an int-based hero here for Fnatic. We have Wind Ranger, Enigma, Witch Doctor, Death Prophet, just all being ints, and Monkey King being the only thorn among the roses here, just being an Agi hero.
5 seconds remaining.
And we'll see who will be the 5th choice for Team Predator, and we have 90 seconds before choice here, and let's see. So practically right now, I would have to say, just by analyzing the lineup of heroes, it's a much more balanced setup here for TNC Predator, and
Lina,
they will be choosing Lina for the nuke and damage here, and there you have it. Choices have been made. Armel is Lina, Tims is Jakiro, and Abed is Death Prophet, Paladin Witch Doctor, Universe as Enigma, DJ as Wind Ranger, just like what we saw a while ago during the round robin matches. Cuckoo is Bounty Hunter, and we're expecting Sam H to be Doom, of course. So with the lineup here, it's kind of a mixed thing for me right now. I see TNC Predator having an edge over the lineup. They're quite more balanced, even if Fnatic here has just been fresh from the games and still having that momentum. TNC Predator, of course, is fresh from rest, and they're able to have a much more distributed manner of of hero choices. Fnatic being intelligence intensive, it could have been shut down properly right away with anti-intelligence heroes, probably a Nyx or something. But then, yeah, TNC Predator has another thing up their minds right now, and we'll see how they would be faring against a predominantly int-based hero setup or lineup for Fnatic. I would be giving this most probably, if things go well for them, still I would be going for, honestly, Team TNC Predator with about 65 to 35% chance that they would be pulling this off, especially in the mid game of this game. So if things just go according to plan, they would be so we are paused for this game. Okay, so again, as I was saying here, if things go according to just how they will be playing based on their previous games, I still would be giving about 65% to TNC Predator to win this over at the middle game, about a 25 to 35 minute mark with a push down the middle, courtesy of Ember Spirit. Of course, we're expecting Ember Spirit to be the main pusher here, Bounty Hunter for the hunting, and just Doom here, who has apparently been disconnected, to be the one to shut down any of the casters here on the Fnatic team, practically Enigma or Shadow Shaman. So Doom is back online, and we're about to start here, and a minute before the runes are placed in their own markers, and we'll see some action pretty much soon. So again, for those of you who've just signed in and just tuned in right now, we welcome you here in Ncgc Esports Casting and Gaming. I am Sensei, your caster and analyst for this Southeast Asian qualifier for the TI 2018 Southeast Asian region. So top two teams right now battling it out for best of 3 series, and we'll see who would be getting the top spot for this region. The only problem here, as I see, is Monkey King here would be a huge disruptor for clashes, especially just jumping in from the treetops during clashes. So they have to be wary of Monkey King. Monkey King should not be the first or the second wave of attack during clashes. He should practically be the third one, just to finish off stragglers from the TNC Predator if things go their way. So there you have it. Cuckoo was not able to get the rune, but then he was also able to escape with that one. So Doom here is just staying here, and Lina and Albed, or practically it's Armel and Albed, just facing off the middle lane, and we have here on the top lane Universe, and bottom lane DJ and Universe pitted against Tims and Raven, as well as here it's Eternal Envy and Pylidai with Sam H and Cuckoo here. So Cuckoo going for the 3-man push down on the bottom lane, and he is just scouting the area with Fnatic just standing by. Cuckoo waiting for that most opportune time for a last hit, and they're quite aggressive right now. TNC just showing their mettle, just showing how they could be much of a pain in the opponent's thoughts with their good advantage with their push down here in the bottom lane. It's a 1-1-3 setup for TNC as the Radiant, while Fnatic just stays with a 2-1-2 setup. A much more careful setup, if I may say so, and a much more balanced one. But then TNC is taking the risk. Of course, Cuckoo is just doing his daily rounds as scout and roam here early in the game, hoping to catch unexpected heroes here and there, and just being able to kill and dish one off. Most probably here, Enigma being caught here. Cuckoo Predator just slamming everything here. He's been caught by Ember Spirit, but then Enigma is able to run away, almost dead, but still alive and kicking for the next clash. Still no first clash or first death here for TNC and Fnatic. Sam H here holding the fort. Highlight Eternal Envy just minding their own time, and Sam H just defending properly here. It's still quite early for this game to have an advantage here. Pylai die with a stun for Doom, and Doom just backs behind the tower safely here, and will not be seeing much of an action for there. Right now, Jakiri is waiting for the ice dual breath here, just slamming to Universe. A block by Cuckoo. There's the breath there, and it's about to go first blood for Cuckoo here, but then it was Tims who delivered the last hit. Raven just barely catching his breath there, being alive, but then Pylai is being pushed back, almost dead. Witch Doctor is about to go down courtesy of Tims, and it's a 2-0 kill by Tims here. DJ just running back. A bad reinforcement there. DJ almost dying from that added damage. Universe just waving by the behind the tower, and TNC is just so aggressive right now, being helped by that 1-1-3 push there on the bottom lane. They're making good use of the early game with their combined damage. So Ember Spirit here is quick to make good use of the Searing Chains and just being able to catch off guard Enigma, and just being forced with a dual breath by Jakiro, and finally being damaged with a free hit by Bounty Hunter. We just saw a 2-0 kill in favor of TNC Predator early in the game. We're just about 2 or 3 minutes into that, and we have the first 2 kills. Now with Cuckoo just scouting again for potential victims, just waiting, biding his time. And we're expecting another quick, easy pickings at the bottom lane. If Enigma is not so careful this time, the same recipe of disaster would be repeated onto him, as well as DJ. So here we have Jakiro just farming and just pulling creeps there, adding tactical advantage, and just allowing them to have a good push here on the bottom lane. So right now we are on the almost 5-minute mark. Eternal Envy just got caught there by Sam H. Eternal Envy slams back and just pushes Sam H back to his own area, just getting that rune, as well as Eternal Envy, and each team gathering about a couple for their own. So we have here a Shadow Walk by Cuckoo in a few seconds from now, and we'll be expecting a gank. There you go. There is the Shadow Walk. But then Universe is quick to his feet back down the aisle. DJ and Pylai providing a 1-1-3 cover as well, balancing out the equation at the bottom lane, not allowing TNC to have an early game advantage with easy kills and nitpickings. So Cuckoo has been discovered by DJ. They know he's there, and they are now wary. Jakiro is on the flank, and he sees Pylai die, but then does not engage. Raven gets hit by a power shot, and all the Fnatic members just back down the bottom lane, and Pylai is flanking and possibly going to outflank the defensive team of TNC. So Monkey King here just getting pushed back, but in a one level higher than Sam H here, and still level 6 is not yet online. Wukong's command is not yet online for Monkey King. Still no need for that. And we still have that 3-man push by the Fnatic team down the bottom lane. And there's a dual breath, but does not really connect. DJ flanking, but has been seen by Tims, pushed back by the TNC defenders, and we'll be expecting a push by the TNC team. So there you go, Tims has been caught, but then DJ has been caught by the dual breath, and it's slowly taking in damage. There's a three-man defense. Tim's going into a dangerous zone, but then backing out right away. And Cuckoo here is wanting to stalk Eternal Envy, but then Eternal Envy is still quite near the tower and no dice. There won't be any much of a clash there. Now Fnatic is going to push for the bottom lane. They're waiting for reinforcements. It's only Raven, but then flanked by Jakira here, but still, yeah, farming and pulling creeps here. Tim's just being ready for the reinforcement. There goes the power shot. First damage has been done, but then does not connect. DJ is flanking and has Ember Spirit caught. Now the gloves are off and they're fighting for their lives now. And Raven just barely able to escape, and he goes down in favor of Universe with the last hit there. So Enigma dealing the last hit, and it's a 1-2 exchange for deaths in favor of Fnatic this time. But then overall, it's still TNC's ball game. So there's a signal there. Teleport in. Sam H and Cuckoo here just holding the fort, just providing a possible push here. But then Eternal Envy is on treetops, just scouting for possible gankers. Pylidai will be reinforcing, but not much is going to happen. Here we have Tims and Armel with a smoke, and they're about to gank the unsuspecting Universe, but then DJ has been there to pop out the smoke, and they get caught. And it's no dice, there's no clash.
Radiant's middle tower.
So Wukong Summon has been called out there on the top lane, and nobody gets caught, and Doom just backs out from it. We're almost on the 10-minute mark. It's quite a slow game for both teams now. And
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
for the net worth, since Monkey King has been left alone to fend for himself there, he gets a cake and practically most of the icing of the cake. And now Cuckoo has been caught by DJ, and Windranger is on the prowl. He goes for an attack, but then Cuckoo is fighting for his life, going back to the middle lane, but he gets caught by DJ with a good takedown and the chase down the middle side of the river. And now Enigma has been caught by Jakiro. Black Hole has been cast. Fnatic just hits free hit, but then Armel is there for the backup. The rune is free for the picking. Pylidai for the stun, and Tims backs down, and Lina just provides cover and presence for a quick escape. So there you have it. It's a 3-2 kill ratio, a 1-1 exchange, and the 10-minute mark just as the runes popped up for the 10-minute mark. Cuckoo here is just waiting. He has been cast and he has been hit. Eternal Envy goes up the trees and just escapes. Now he goes about on the top lane watching for Cuckoo where he is, but then Cuckoo is just in his Shadow Walk form right now. So Witch Doctor here is flanking, hoping to catch Cuckoo off guard. He has been discovered. He goes for a Shadow Walk and goes off the radar. Abed here
are fortified.
is continuing to protect the tower, and Cuckoo did not hit Abed here. Still quite deep into the enemy territory. We see a quick teleport in by Lina up the top tower, providing a possible gank perhaps with Eternal Envy, and we'll see. There goes the signal. Armel has been seen, and he is about to attack, but then Eternal Envy was quick to escape that array, and he's not stunned right now. Pylidai is there for the reinforcement, and also at the bottom we see a clash here right away, and Cuckoo has been caught and discovered with a dust here. DJ has been hit by Tims, and he will also go down for the count. But then again, he was able to... Tims was not able to connect with that hit, and apparently DJ was able to wind walk out of that situation. I was really about to say he was going down, mind me for that. But then yeah, he was quick with that. Armel goes down with Abed as well as Sam H for the hit. A 3-2 exchange there on the top lane. And Doom as well as Lina goes down for the count. So it's now a 4-5 kill ratio in favor of Fnatic.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So what we're seeing here right now is, in the early game, it's quite an advantage for Fnatic here, as they're mostly made up of int and damage output heroes, and a couple of mistakes by the team TNC, and they're now actually at a disadvantage. Wukong's command has been called out, and Doom has been caught, and he's going down, courtesy of Abed there. A gutsy and feisty move there. Abed releasing just all the spirits from Exorcism and just destroying this tower right now. This tower is about to go down unless someone is going to reinforce that one. As for the bottom lane, Tims has been caught and is hit by Eternal Envy, and he goes down. It's again a 2-0 run here in favor of Fnatic, and in the early game it's really expected for Fnatic to push down unless TNC is able to properly defend and provide cover and shut down Enigma and or Pylai die there. It would be their own undoing, and it will be a pain in their heads at the middle game and late game if ever this pushes through later on. So right now, Fnatic is pulling all the good strings and the proper strings to have the game go their way. And it's most advisable if they would not be clashing right away. It's still too early and they're getting hit there. Paralyzing Cask stuns Jakiro, but then he goes away. Then he gets slammed by Monkey King. Of course, there's the clash, but then everyone backs down to their own side of the river. And we'll look here on the bottom lane as we see a push from the Fnatic team. And it's a three-man push down the bottom lane. Abed flanking, hoping there would be someone else there unsuspectingly. And they're going to push for the second tower, pushing quickly. But then we see here a clash about to happen on the top lane, courtesy of TNC, ganking up and hoping to catch Monkey King off guard, but Monkey King has been off the radar now. Bounty Hunter is looking for targets, and they're about to just go their ways. Fnatic pushing down the bottom, as well as TNC finding ways to hunt down and shut down the supports of Fnatic before they become too dangerous to their taste. And we're now on the 15-minute mark. Runes have been set out, and Fnatic just backs down a little. Fnatic pushes down the middle lane, and the clash is about to happen here. A smoke by TNC, and unsuspecting Universe will be caught here. And there goes the first hit. Black Hole has been cast, that has been cancelled and disrupted. Wukong's command, the army of monkeys is here, but then Universe brings down Armel. Eternal Envy kills Sam H. Finally, Abed just dishing off in the middle side. Tims there with a push down the middle lane. It was an incomplete clash for the bottom lane for Team TNC, and it cost them a lot there. Fnatic with a 4K advantage over TNC Predator. And we see here DJ being caught there, being marked, but then he's caught by DJ. Cancelled teleport, and it's about to go down. Eternal Envy just making dish out of DJ, and Raven just escapes barely. He has been doomed here. Monkey King has been doomed and just fights for his life right now, hoping to survive this ordeal. And Sam H just brings in much more damage. Armel with a wave, and down goes Monkey King. And there you have it, an 8-12 clash there. And it's a 3K advantage by Fnatic, slowly inching down, and it's going in the way of TNC a little bit this time around. TNC with another smoke, and as I was saying a while ago, they have to be quick in hunting down in the early to mid game so that they could shut down the int heroes here, especially in this instance. Abed quick to use, but then he's been caught and he's been nuked, and finally Laguna Blade has been cast by Armel down to Abed, and he goes down. Pylida just defending the mid tower and just pushing back everyone else. Signal has been made by TNC, going on to two fronts. It's either the middle lane or flanking down to Enigma, but then Pylida with a stun with a casket and power shot, and Doom has been caught but escapes. Armel quick to damage everyone there with, and the Shuriken toss kills Fnatic's DJ, and he gets caught. Witch Doctor also gets caught. Armel pushes way beyond his capabilities and was able to just have free hits as well as have that array stun, and now they're onto the prowl for either Enigma or here Abed, but then Abed is quick to defend and Cuckoo just backs down. Monkey King has been farming a lot lately, and they are signaling that they have to bring down Eternal Envy right away. Otherwise, it would be a pain in their own guts. So there you have it. Excuse me. There you have it, with Lina having 5 kills from the clashes. Armel just dishing away damage after damage during clashes, being blessed with the last hits there, and getting tankier by the minute, choosing the perks for damage as well as health. So right now here, they're just farming down the bottom lane, and DJ is about to be hunted by Cuckoo, but then a lot of sentries have been placed there and he's caught there. Actually, he's not detected at that area, and there's a signal for a possible gank during that time. Ember Spirit flanking, and they're about... And there you have it, folks, for the net worth. As expected, Lina on the lead with 9,000 with all those kills, followed by Death Prophet with 8,000. He had his own fair share of kills a while ago, and as you can see, yeah, there it goes, 5 and 4 for them.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So they're now on the riverside, and Abed here is signaling for a clash, but then Cuckoo was quick. The dust has been set off. It was a wrong target, and it's not the real bounty hunter, so no dice for that one. Wukong's command is about to be called, but then they just had to back down from that. And here we have Cuckoo just dodging every detection that the other team has in store for him. Abed here just signaling there. He's been seen with a ward there. He's been detected, discovered, but not affected by the dust there. Being able to hide there in that spot, and they know he's there, just waiting for someone to put... And he's able to teleport out of that. Nobody had a sentry there. It was too late. So Abed here still hoping that Bounty Hunter is still somewhere here. And Fnatic's Pylida is just signaling someone to put a damn sentry ward here just to protect Abed here from getting ganked silly. But Abed is already far away in the middle lane, and there's Armel for a possible gank. Lightning Strike did not connect. Wukong, Monkey King is far away from that. Cuckoo just marking Abed there just to know where he is, and right now it's just farming for them. A smoke there for Fnatic, hoping to find somebody, and we'll see whoever gets caught here unsuspectingly. Armel here just releases damage, her damage or his damage, and they just back out from that, just pulling out, not having a good tactical advantage over that. So here, Cuckoo is just still staying by Abed, and he's waiting for a possible chance for a mark. There he goes. He has been marked, and he has been caught, but then Abed just backs off, complacent that there's a ward there. So right now it's anyone's ball game. We have just reached the middle game, and it's in TNC's favor right now. Apparently, a little bit in TNC's favor with net worth for Lina, just giving that advantage for now. But then it's a two-way game right now. It's still too early to determine that, as they are still avoiding clashes that might turn the tides in anyone's favor. So no one's taking a risk. Probably not yet right now. There's the Roshan, and he has been popped out, and Aegis has been claimed. A smoke marked by Cuckoo there, and Pylida will be caught and be damaged there. Lightning Strike damaging Wukong's command has been cast. Eternal Envy quick to be casted, but then the Aegis has been popped. Abed unleashes Exorcism, just hunting everyone who's there, and Lina goes down in courtesy of Eternal Envy. It's a 2-1 exchange. The first hit was cast by TNC, but then they got shortchanged out of it. Even with the Aegis, they got three deaths practically. A good sacrifice by Pylida there, but then of course good placement by Abed there with a well-placed Exorcism on the third wave, as well as Wukong's command. He was able to push back the TNC attackers. Black Hole has been cast on Emperor Spirit, not able to escape, and he goes down for the count. And they're gonna push down the middle lane, or rather the bottom tower, the second tier tower of the bottom lane. Dust has been cast, but then Cuckoo is far away to be detected anyway. So right now we are on the 1k advantage in favor of Fnatic. This has been going back and forth right now, and we are just seeing a lot of clashes in the mid game. Well-placed setups by both teams. And here we have Eternal Envy slowly inching his way up the charts with well-placed hits, and now he's already on the second of the net worth. Here we see Fnatic, a couple of them in the top 3 positions over net worth, and we are expecting to have that trend continue if nothing changes with the tactics of Team TNC. Armel is there hunting with Cuckoo's Predator, but then yeah, they just back down with Pylida putting in a lot of sentries and wards there by the rune spot, and they will be converging again down the middle lane and farming up. Most probably will be regrouping in about a few seconds from now for a possible push and clash practically, with Bounty Hunter going for the hunt. Ember Spirit aggressive on the middle lane, but then defended by Abed and Enigma. And TNC flanks to the left by the top lane and will be chancing upon Pylida if ever they would be able to catch him off guard. So Pylida is there hidden, makes a quick escape as the oncoming team searches for him. He goes back safely. And here we have Fnatic just farming in their rune spot. And by the riverside, Abed marked properly by Bounty Hunter. And we are seeing a TNC push down up the top left up lane, and there goes the signal for an attack. And Bounty Hunter just scouting, and he has been caught, and Yules has been cast, and he has been silenced, and he's been caught. Paralyzing cast, as well as the final attack and death kill by Pylida. Bounty Hunter did stand the chance. There are a lot of sentries here, and everywhere. And he was just caught and just silenced, so there was nothing he could do there. reinforcements were not available. Everyone was still minding their own businesses elsewhere, and he goes down like a paper just wet with water. And now Eternal Envy scouting. Armel just teleporting. I thought it was supposed to be Wukong's command, but then Eternal Envy also ports out, and no dice. There would be no clashes for now. Fnatic will be able to defend the top lane. So again, we're seeing here in the middle game right now, it's quite a slow game without much clashes. It's 12-16 and in favor of Team Fnatic. Again, this is the first game of a best-of-3 matchup between Fnatic and TNC for the Southeast Asian qualifiers for the International 2018 competition. So Fnatic here is pushing down this side of the map, and they're about to converge, and most probably they will be staying here, and with TNC with a smoke there hunting for someone else but not able to do so, and they will just have to be contented with lane push for now. TNC, despite the lineup of Fnatic, is having a hard time connecting their skills together. Of course, with Fnatic just having a good combination and timing with their skills, just able to dish out and nuke the damage out of the souls of the TNC heroes, and they're having a bad time right now, but they're struggling, but hopefully they will be able to come out of it and snap out of it properly. Right now it's a Fnatic push down the top lane, and TNC will be quick to defend that. There's the dust. Lina has been caught, Exorcism has been popped out, and Eternal Envy just slams down on Lina. Lina just went down like paper there, and Fnatic will be continuing to push with the Exorcism out, and they'll be trying to pit down the third tier tower. The glyph has been activated. Tims will be defending, and they're going to just defend the tower for now. Pylai just providing cover. He's been hit, he's been marked, but he's able to get out of it. Death Prophet has been stunned, but then Exorcism just heals her right away. And the huge healing potential of Team Fnatic just makes them more formidable in the clashes here. We're seeing a very, very, very struggling TNC team right now. Practically, it's not the TNC I'm used to watch how they fight it out. They're quite actually a little bit more passive this time. Not really hunting as much as they would have been. And it's been Fnatic that has been doing much of the killings here. It's 12-17 in favor of Fnatic with a 5k net worth advantage. And Monkey King here just leading the pack right now, thanks to that last hit kill a while ago for Lina, and he is now on the top with the top of the food chain with a net worth of 14k. And here we have Windranger just checking out, scouting the area. TNC just signaling for a push up the middle lane. Monkey King is going to defend that lane, and we'll see if there would be something worth watching there. Raven scouting the area back, the juke spots there. He has been discovered by Eternal Envy. We are waiting for a possible clash here. Eternal Envy most probably signaling and just scouting. And it will just be a monitoring for now. Everyone backs down. Ember Spirit just backs down. And Team Fnatic just pushing down the tier 2 tower of the middle lane of TNC, and it will stand right now with a little bit of life left. What's going to happen here if this pushes on to the end game with Eternal Envy and Abed quite farmed? It will be so much difficult this time around. It has to happen right now, just before the 40-minute mark. They have to push it out. Hope for a miracle, just shut down the supports and have a wipe out, most probably to have that push right away. But then with all the wards there, like right now, Bounty Hunter has been caught. Exorcism is still not yet popped, and there it goes, it's been popped up. Black Hole has been cast. and Doom has been sucked into oblivion, and he goes down for the count. Ember Spirit is dead as well. Cuckoo has been discovered and he is being chased by DJ, and he goes down for the count as well. Things are not going well for TNC right now. Wukong's command might not yet be popped right now, and Lina also burns out. It's a 4-0 exchange in favor of Fnatic. Good placement of sentry wards just plagued this TNC group right now, and Bounty Hunter has been shut down officially, and it's still a long game to go. We'll see if they will be able to push them this right now. A buyout by Lina, and there goes Lina chasing out, heal on Enigma, and they're going to go after the barracks right now. Lina just releasing Array, the Laguna Blade has been cast and goes down. Pylai as well as Monkey King, and the chase is out right now. Abed, good use of the use there, but not to much extent, but he's going to teleport out, but he has been killed by Armel. That was a great counter attack and counter defense by Team TNC. We are expecting that kind of level of gameplay, or just clash counter as after that downfall a while ago. They're now back online, on track, and they have just gained the upper hand, gaining themselves a possible Aegis for the Roshan. They're not minding those two stragglers over there, Enigma and just Wind Ranger, and they're just going for the kill of Roshan, just going to get that Aegis. And there you go. Armel gets the Aegis of the Immortal, and they all now have an advantage, but they'll not be pushing as much as right now, and they have to defend the bottom lane in the meantime and provide a push there on the top lane. Now it's on the 34-minute mark, and it's 21-15 in favor of Fnatic. And again, it has been a push down TNC's throat by the top lane, but then they were able to defend it quite properly with a comeback, a small comeback from that blunder a while previous to that, and they were able to snip off 3 of the attackers and provide them much time to regain and regroup. So right now we're seeing a lot of sentries and observer wards being placed by Pylai on the bottom lane, and we're expecting a push down the bottom lane due to this strategic placements, just defending the top lane enough for them to be able to divert attention, and they're waiting for a possible attack here, and DJ here is just dancing about just getting this shrine for the kill, and whoever gets that last hit.
Radiant's bottom shrine has fallen.
We're expecting a push down the bottom lane, sentry wards as well as observer wards has been placed down the bottom side of it, expecting to provide cover for them should Bounty Hunter have a swing at them from the sidelines. So here we are seeing a good use of Fnatic, just providing enough defensive capability for the top lane as TNC would be pushing on the top. We're expecting that, and they have decided, Fnatic, to push, or rather to defend and counter. There's the smoke. He's been caught here. Black Hole has been cast on Ember, silence, and then the last hit by DJ, power shot, just powering down Raven. And there we have it. Raven again down for the count. And again, these little nitpickings of kills is not working well in TNC. But then here we have Cuckoo dying out. And also Laguna Blade, up your face, Pylai, and he goes down. Also Lightning Ari, but then PKB just canceled it. It's a battle of witches, and it's a girl-on-girl action there. And we are seeing a lot of action, but then Armel is quick to run away with an escape.
Radiant's top shrine.
So Fnatic now is just going to snip off this shrine here at the top tower. Apparently, we have passed the middle game and we're about to enter the late game here. And as I was saying a while ago, if this does not conclude by the early or mid game, things are gonna get ugly for TNC, and it's happening right now. TNC was not able to shut down Team Fnatic in the first or the early and middle part of the game, and things are not going their way right now. Not until the middle game or middle of the middle game did we see a huge change in net worth. Apparently it was just going here and there, but then right now the team net worth is in the favor of Fnatic. If this continues, it might be too difficult for Team TNC to regain and regroup from this. Perhaps expect something of a miracle when defending, but then other than that, it's gonna be there's gonna be a small chance for them to counter that. TNC is gaining new ground here on the bottom lane, and they're trying to have space created. And let's see how it goes. Ncgc is having his own version of a push down the top lane, providing TNC another problem to tackle now. And Armel is now on the push for the bottom lane. And there won't be any clash right now. The defenders are here just behind the line, and there's not gonna be much of a push. Defensive positions for the top lane has been set here. Tower 3 has been down by at the bottom lane, or rather at the top lane. And TNC is continuing to have struggle after struggle, as Team Fnatic is just doing everything according to plan, well, according to their plan, and at the expense of TNC's enjoyment. So we can see here TNC just regrouping here by the middle lane and hoping the enemy doesn't push. And the moment, every minute rather, minute after minute that Fnatic is having downtime for them to farm up and beef up their item set, it's gonna be problematic for the Team TNC to counter this as soon as they get a clash. Right now, Bounty Hunter or Cuckoo has not been so much effective here, with a good placement of sentry wards by Pylai Dai, and practically just shutting him down with his intended purpose. And here, Pylai Dai just casting the smoke, and they're about to push down the bottom lane, hoping to find a straggler or a nitpick kill, but practically no one's there. Everyone from TNC is on the other side, and they will just have to continue detouring up the shrine here. And things are about to get down, and Eternal Envy just saw the team just smoke up and just head back here. And there you go, the clash is about to happen. Pylai has been called out, and Casket has been casted. Armel just got the double damage, and Black Hole has been cast, but then there's the BKB about, and then Armel was just down by Fnatic's DJ, and Eternal Envy also goes down as well. It's a 1-to-1 exchange. A good defense by Death Prophet there, providing damage, and just mayhem for the other team for them to back out first. And it was an inconclusive clash right now. Everyone just had to be much more safer this time. Raven quick to get that invisibility rune, but then yeah, he was thwarted with his rune steal. So Fnatic again having Monkey King down, as well as Lina being down for Team TNC. We're not expecting too much of a clash yet right now. And the wards has been set, but then it was discovered and they have been destroyed. Right now it's on the 41-minute mark. We're going well into the late game with an advantage for Fnatic here, and Wind Ranger is getting buffed up by the mid, as well as Monkey King with Echo Saber and the BKB, and also this Desolator here that would be proving too much damage for the enemy team. And there's a signal from Team TNC to set up defense there and await possible clash, and we'll see if the enemy goes with it. So right now, earlier I predicted that TNC, or rather TNC would be having an upper hand, about 65% of chance of winning if they continued this match and just prevented the Team Fnatic from extending into the late game. Given that Team Fnatic has a lot of int heroes, it should be quite easy for them to wipe Team Fnatic during the early or middle part of the game, but then it would be much more difficult as soon as especially Monkey King and Death Prophet buffs up until the late game. So practically right now, things are happening as predicted, and it's gonna take a miracle for TNC, practically on a defensive stance, if they could pull out something of a wipeout or something like a game changer clash in the late game. But as of now, things are looking in favor of Fnatic. Had it been that they stuck with 2-1-2 position, it could have been another story here, but they opted to go with a 1-1-3 to answer TNC's startup setup, and it was a good choice for them. Fnatic just had to do that, and it paid well.
Dire's top tower has been denied.
Fnatic here is just here by the riverside, and it's a 4-man team, and we're expecting a smoke here, but Bounty Hunter is on the prowl, and let's see if he gets caught or he gets bamboozled out of his wits by Pylidai. Pylidai making good use of placements of sentries, but Bounty has been quick to get back, but then there you have it. The sentry or observer ward can be seen right now. The smoke is not yet popped out. High ground defense by TNC, and they're waiting for a possible clash, but backs out at the last minute. And Abed here still covered, but then discovered there by Cuckoo, and he has been caught. Pylidai barely escaping that one, and we're about to see things going down for the middle side, and there's a kill by Armel there. Exorcism has been called out, and there's a black hole, caught nobody, and there's another black hole. That was a great bamboozle moment, and up your face a surprise, but then it wasn't much of a miraculous defense there. And now Pylidai is going down with a counter defense by Tims and Raven. As you can see there was that double black hole. First black hole was a dud, and he regained himself, but then, yeah, it was not in their favor. Bamboozle moment for Enigma there, with 3-man down. A funny black hole there, and yeah, they just had to back down first. That was what I was saying a while ago. They're expecting a miracle for another miracle, or maybe if not, a mistake by someone from Fnatic that would just turn the game around. And it was supposed to be that way, but then a couple of them just were able to escape. And now the lead is down to 1K now. TNC having their share to get the Aegis and have an upper advantage at this late game. We're going to see right now anyone's ball game. A while ago it was 7,000 in net worth in favor of Fnatic, and with just a small mistake, wrong call of black hole and a 3-man down from Fnatic, the lead is now in favor of TNC Predator. That quickly. Fate just changed that quickly over there with about the 45-minute mark there. And Fnatic just careful right now. You can see them just checking out what's happening and just practically and most probably just talking it out what to do right now. They just had that blunder. Refresher Orb is still offline for another minute and a half, or a minute, or rather on a minute, and we'll see if Universe will be able to regain himself and redeem himself from that one after that blunder. Excuse if I had to laugh a while ago a little bit. It was just too funny to watch. But then lo and behold, he had another black hole. But yeah, it wasn't much of a help either. It could have been practically somewhat of a DJ moment during the majors, wherein the double black hole was cast. If you were able to watch the majors in Manila majors. And here we have TNC, Sam H practically, yeah, TNC just laughing their ass off with that one. So TNC on the push with a smoke, but then Raven just providing the push there, and Bounty Hunter up the lead. And Highlight has been caught by Tims. He has been cast upon, but then transformed into a pig. But then Universe with a black hole, but then the BKB is cast before that. And he is about to go down. Doom has been cast down. Universe still alive. Exorcism has been popped out. And he is going to chase about the different ones here. And Tim has been stunned. Teleport has been cancelled. And Fnatic is just providing damage there. Tims is about to go down. The area has been cast but not able to hit it. And Abed just continues to deliver the damage here. And Armel is back online, but then he manages to escape. Wukong's command has been cast there. And Fnatic has been able to defend their side, but not without a little bit of damage. Doom has been cast on Monkey King. Doom has been is on the escape and is about to go down, but still lives. Black hole has been cast. The refresher orb has been popped into the open. Armel finally goes down, and Fnatic is just trying to survive here, and they're putting it into good use. Buyback by Enigma, and Enigma goes back into the fray, chasing down Raven. Raven being cast and hurled and also cast with the Yules, and Raven has been caught again, transformed into pig, and the pig is roasted this time around, and it's Fnatic's ball game with TNC with 3 deaths rather, and all in favor of Fnatic. So practically, yeah, they redeemed themselves after that bottom lane blunder a while ago, and they're now on the push and hopefully for a win. And right now it's only Bounty Hunter and Jakiro who will be defending the bottom lane, with a minute for all 3 defenders or all 3 teammates to finally get back online. So there you have it, folks. Ember Spirit has just bought back, and we're expecting a 5-on-3. Abed just popping up the Lincoln Sphere, but it's going to be back online soon. And right now we're seeing a 3-man defense team on the high ground. A little bit advantage for them, but then the Aegis has been popped again, and right now Lincoln is on it, but then there's the cast. Monkey King has been caught. Death Prophet just surviving the Lincoln Spear. Wukong's command has been cast, and the army of monkeys just providing cover for Fnatic to destroy the tier 3 tower, as well as this melee barracks getting destroyed. So there's a good push and successful push by Team Fnatic down the bottom lane, and they will be getting that tier 3 tower as well as melee barracks there. So again, Fnatic just redeemed themselves. It was almost a practical comeback a while ago, down the 46-minute mark, with a blunder after blunder of a couple of black holes by Enigma. And right now, they just redeemed themselves with a bottom lane push and kill, and also with nicking of the 3rd tier tower as well as the melee barracks. So this is the late game, folks, and practically the setup of Team Fnatic with int heroes, but by then this time they were able to buff them up themselves and quite tanky as compared to early or mid game, and it's going to be quite a challenge, practically very big challenge for TNC Predator to just have an advantage during clash. Abed here is practically so much buffed up. And again, shout out to JD Brillantes all the way from Japan. Thank you for watching here. And also from Carl Louis Paman. Yeah, he said pa shout out po. Well, here's a shout out. Hi Carl. And yeah, he's from Ncgc Kidapawan. So huge shout out for all the watchers there at Ncgc Kidapawan and also the other branches of Ncgc. We hope you're watching and supporting this casting of this Ncgc coverage of the Southeast Asian qualifiers between TNC and Fnatic. Fnatic here now has popped up the smoke. Eternal Envy just scouting the ahead of them, while Team TNC is preparing for the grand clash down the middle lane on the high ground, and hopefully they will be able to pull this one off. Cuckoo Predator just scouting the rim, outer rim, and everyone's waiting and biding their time. Raven signals for the charge, and we're expecting Pylai just to wait until the proper moment, just hiding there. Signal has been set by TNC for a ward here, and now Monkey King and Universe, or rather Enigma here, has this black hole online, refresher orb online, and it's going to be a final clash in about 5 seconds from now. We're hoping that there will be this great clash. Blinken has been cast, first hit, but then the gloves are off, but then everyone backs down and just waits for another moment. So here you go. Team Fnatic is just planning out, waiting for the Lincoln. Oh, there it is. So Lincoln is recharged again. Abed is just waiting, taunting everyone. Somebody to commit a huge mistake, and we'll be focusing here on the steps of the 3rd tier tower if ever something goes down. Meanwhile, Monkey King up on the top lane, just providing a cover for a push, as well as on the bottom lanes. And Team Fnatic will be backing down a bit, and we'll be expecting, if not for Roshan, if ever is already alive, we'll see another Roshan pit death kill, and we'll see for another push by Team Fnatic. So again, it's almost 1 hour since this game has started, and the favor is going towards Fnatic. And Roshan is up right now, as you can see. But then they'll be opting for the clash. And Lightning Strike area has been called up for Pylai. Monkey King just jumping in and out and not engaging in that clash. It was half-baked. And Fnatic will be healing themselves up and will be doing something else. Again, Roshan is up, and it won't be surprising if they would be getting Roshan first before continuing with their onslaught. And I think they would be going for it. Wind Ranger or DJ just farming up and practically getting for some gold, more gold there. And a huge shout out to Brian Pena, who's from Cebu. Abed here is now, he has just converted a huge and giant pig there for the roasting, and we're seeing Roshan's pit getting slammed with a mosh pit party, and in about a few seconds we'll be having another Aegis up someone else's item list. So this Roshan pit has allowed Team TNC to push a little, but then not enough beyond their river, and we're seeing now a probable final push down the middle lane. Wind Ranger just scouting, just gathering that illusion rune. Bounty Hunter scouting, risking his life, most probably expecting that there would be no wards, but then there is, but he's quick to do that. And the Observer and Sentry Ward has been discovered to be existent there because Wind Ranger just attempted to catch him. So there goes TNC, battle cry for the day, laban matatag, as they tried to defend their base and their first game against Fnatic. Fnatic just taking their time right now, still too early to just clash, and they still have the benefit of the Aegis in the early, still fresh, and they will still have time to push down the top lane and perhaps also the bottom lane, but then most probably they might be going for that mid lane push in about 20 seconds now, unless the clash or the gloves will be set off here in the top lane. And apparently, here we go. Defense has been set. Monkey King goes in, but then it has been popped out. And Wind Ranger has been hexed, but then Exorcism has been cast upon. Wukong's command has been released. And we're going to see a defense or a glyph from the defenders as Team Fnatic puts down the barracks here. And most probably will be going back out. But then there it is. It's still too early for them to be clashing here. And they will be getting both barracks here. And there's a chase out, but then they'll be going back out. Fnatic being marked by Bounty Hunter. Raven on the chase for Universe. Universe invisible right now. And TNC will be chasing them up the top lane and hoping they would catch up, but then they break chase down the river. So we only have the middle lane left. So practically it's going to be that. And Wind Ranger has been set out. Laguna Blade does not kill. DJ goes for a run, but then he goes down. Death Prophet has been caught as well. He is able to escape. BKB popped out for her safety, but then Eternal Envy with a support as they run. The Hex has been cast out, but then Abed is still able to get out of it. Sam H on the loose. Raven for the hit, but then Sam H is waiting for a proper moment. And a pushback now by TNC to Fnatic as they try to create space up the middle lane. As for the bottom lane here, we are seeing a defensive position by Tims being able to teleport just in time and just defend and create more space there. But not without losing the top and bottom lanes, towers, and barracks. So right now we are 3 barracks down for Team TNC as well as 2 towers. Whereas Team Fnatic still has a complete set of tier 3s for their disposal. What we see a while ago was a great defensive strategy by TNC there, even with the onslaught of Fnatic as well as the Aegis in their favor. It could really be seen that their experience and, well, much of being a veteran team here was able to give them another chance with that defense. So here Cuckoo is just scouting the shrine area. And there's Armel with a lightning strike array. Free hit. BKB has been cast. Black Hole has been cast and it connects there. Armel goes down. Also, Raven goes down. Universe making good use of that black hole. And also there's another black hole if I'm not mistaken. No, it's... oh yeah, no. So right now, TNC again is with 3 kills and with a 17k advantage, and they are going for the mid lane push right now. As for the buyback, we just saw a buyback by Ember Spirit. So here we have the defense here on the middle lane coming about, but they're not about to let that momentum stop them, even with 4 defenders right now with a buyback from Doom. And we're expecting a final clash down the middle lane anytime soon. This might be it, folks, and in about a few minutes the final clash will happen here in the middle lane. So Bounty Hunter is quick to defend with proper placements of wards and sentries, just making sure that they don't get caught on the sides. And Bounty extending his tour of duty up the river and into enemy territory. Risky move, hoping that he does not get caught, even with possibility of wards being set up here. He calls out the signal here that DJ is just farming here, but the enemies are too far about, and he just stands by. Team TNC right now is still far apart. Doom has been cast on Wind Ranger. He's about to go down. Tim's giving support of kill, and Sam H delivers the final blow. Just making little nitpickings of Fnatic. Still not enough to give them a run for their money, but it's a good start from there. So the gem is with Bounty Hunter right now, and it will be a risky move for them. Bounty usually being caught there because of the good ward placement of Pylai. But then, most probably, if Cuckoo will just be quick on his feet and just go about quickly and not encounter a group of the enemies, he may be able to just survive and just kill off and just destroy sentry wards as he goes by. So TNC now being signaled to go down, and on the bottom just to defend the bottom lane. Jakiro makes a run for it, and a possible clash. And we are seeing now Eternal Envy just jumping into the fray, but then Bounty Hunter just goes out. Armel is going to flank them up and will be deterring there in the top lane, perhaps. So space has been created by Jakir on the bottom lane, and Ember Spirit is now ready for a clash, possible clash. The signal has been cast here by TNC to meet here somewhere near the river and for a possible gank here and a hunt. However, Fnatic is now together and they are just hunting as well in the top side, and we are expecting a clash if the TNC just pushes on with their plan. But apparently they don't, and they'll be going and deterring down the middle lane and will be opting to create more space. TNC just showing good and excellent resilience in this match. As long as Fnatic and TNC Predator are at it, we're expecting resilience and long games here with great clashes. Well, except for, mind the excuse for that couple of boo-boo black holes a while ago, but then yeah, that would have been forgotten by now. And TNC is pushing down the top lane, bottom lane rather. Pylai flanking, just checking out the rear side. And Cuckoo has been caught by DJ, has been marked, but then he has been caught and he will be attacked right now. Cuckoo is almost dead and he goes down for the count. Gem of True Sight is now exposed. So Abed here with a BKB pops out the exorcism and he is hexed, and now goes down Armel, and Tims will be ready for his life, but then it's so much to take and deal, and Tims will be down as well. Bounty Hunter for the buyback, but without a gem right now, it's going to be really hard for them to defend with two heroes defending. But then buyback from Jakiro, enough time for them to defend the middle lane. It's a 5-3 clash that's going to happen in favor of Team Fnatic, and Exorcism is about to go down. Monkey King has been hexed, but then it's still not enough for him. Wukong's command has been cast out, providing cover a second turn, this time, second time around, the same tactics just to get the tier 3 tower as well as the racks. And right now, Abed is just tanking it out, everything, and thanks to the exorcism, Raven makes a futile chase but backs down. Tier 3 tower has been popped, and there are no more tier 3 towers for the team TNC, and we're expecting more action in a few minutes as Team Fnatic regroups, and Team TNC would be given an extra challenge this time around. So again, this has been 65 minutes of gameplay, and we're seeing a rather one-sided but resilient as well gameplay for Team TNC. DJ has been caught, has been marked, but then Raven was quick to get the rune, and no clash will be dealt out that time around. Space will be created down and up top, and we're waiting for Monkey King right now to just join in the fray for this 3-man fronting, and Abed will be just pushing and just taunting the enemies there. Each team just staying safely on their own side of the map beyond the river will be pretty much of a disaster for them if they just jump in too early. So here, Universe hidden, hoping to have that spectacular black hole, but then the refresher orb is still out for 1 minute. Nevertheless, the black hole is now online. Most probably another minute or so. Roshan is back up, and Fnatic will be opting to just get the Aegis again and have that final push. So Team Fnatic just playing it safe, just making the ever cautious that Roshan will not be their own blunder and downfall. And they're on a smoke, and they just taunted the enemy that they're on to Roshan, but then practically is not, and they're hoping that the enemy would be biting that bait. And right now the smoke is up, and they're hunting, flanking down the right side of the map, down the middle lane, and trying to catch someone. Nobody's caught, but then Eternal Envy just caught Sam H, and he has barely escaped that attack, and everyone now is ready for the final clash. DJ has been marked, and Eternal Envy is just waiting for a possible call down of his own Wukong's command. But then Team Fnatic here is readying up. Exorcism has been popped out. It's a signal that they will be charging. Wukong's command has been casted now, and they are now on the attack. Emperor Spirit has been hit, and he will be escaping now. And they'll be doing the same tactic, slowly inching and opting to destroy the barracks here, but then still too early. Meanwhile, Abed was able to kill Sam H, and Emperor Spirit is able to get back out, but then Fnatic's DJ goes down for the count, but also Eternal Envy is just whacking away here. Buyouts from Doom has been called out, but then the barracks is down. Both barracks are down right now. It's only one barracks left, and the chase out is back out. Abed has been caught, but then Lina is still too cocky for that clash, and she goes down right away. Such a waste of defense there. It was too early, too cocky, and too risky. Even with 4 of them, even as all of them were stragglers, it was just too much for Lina. And now it's mega creeps. Fnatic now has just officially been able to push back all the defensive positions of TNC, and we have mega creeps, and we're just expecting a probable win this time for Fnatic with 2 men down for TNC, and TNC still not calling a GG, and it's still 2 minutes into the game, and finally TNC calls a GG, and it's a 1-0 win by Fnatic. But then there you go, Team Fnatic just pulling out the first win of 2 best-of-3 games here in the Southeast Asian qualifiers for the International 2018. TNC just being too relaxed, if I may say so, here in this game. Practically a while ago I said that it was supposed to be in the early or mid game that they would be pushing. TNC Predators should be able to shut down either Pylai or Universe, so that they would be able to have a advantage and shut out the other. However, Pylai was very, very generous in supporting them with just sentries and wards, and Bounty Hunter was called out many times. He just died a lot of times, and it was detrimental for their team. Team TNC was just unfortunate enough that Bounty Hunter was not really of a good choice for that lineup. It could have been much more of a, or most practical, an anti-mage, or maybe Nyx Assassin, but then, yeah, Bounty Hunter was just chosen as a 4th man. Even if Team Fnatic had a lot of int heroes there, they just didn't go for that juicy chance to just have a hero that would counter all intelligence heroes. And also they had a hero that was rather shut out early in the mid game, though they were able to pull off a counter attack, and they could have just turned the tide around, but barely, with a half-baked counter attack, wherein during the early late game they were able to push back Fnatic. But then again, Fnatic with Abed's Death Prophet was all buffed up, and with great placements of the Black Hole of Universe with a refresher orb there, it just proved too difficult for TNC for the first game. So there you have it, folks. First game, we have Fnatic winning over TNC. And we have a shout out here for Unscared watching on Twitch. Hi, Unscared. And for those who wants to have a shout out, just type in and just chat on our Twitch channel. It's www.twitch.tv/NCGC Esports. Again, that's www.twitch.tv/NCGC Esports. And of course, for all those PUBG players, I'm gonna plug in right now PUBG players that we have an event pass giveaway. Again, the new map is out, and if you want to have that map and we have the pass giveaway, check our FB page, the FB page of NCGC for the details. It's www.fb.com/NCGC Esports. Again, we have an event pass giveaway for all those PUBG gamers out there. While watching this, you could have that, and just stay tuned for details, and you may go to our website in FB for that. Anyway, again, this is Sensei. Thank you for watching this first game between Fnatic and TNC Predator. We'll be right back for game 2, so stay tuned.